Princess Zelda, everyone's favorite title character that never seems to get a playable role. Until September. Sometimes she's the strong, wise ruler of Hyrule, and other times she's a textbook damsel in distress. Today, we're gonna look at Zelda's character in every Legend of Zelda game and rank her from worthless to elite. Starting with the iconic gold cartridge itself, The Legend of Zelda pretty much makes her Princess Peach. Ganon kidnaps her, and it's our mission to rescue her and save the day. She does split the Triforce of Wisdom into 8 pieces and scatter them throughout the kingdom, which holds Ganon off for a bit, and I think that's enough to keep her out of worthless tier. Barely does anything. Zelda 2: The Adventure of Link puts her name on the back burner of the title, and gives Link his much-deserved time in the spotlight. The game opens with Link standing in some room, and Zelda being unconscious on a bed in the background. Ganon placed a sleeping spell on her, and the only way to wake her up is to scour the treacherous lands of Hyrule and collect all 3 pieces of the Triforce. She's physically present this time around, and even gives Link a little smoochie at the end of the game, but she doesn't do anything to actually help us, so worthless. In this game, she's similarly a primary motive for Link's quest, but she's way more involved here. The game opens with her already being kidnapped, and sending a telepathic message to Link about where she is and how to rescue her. And when you do, she follows you throughout the dungeon and shows Link a secret escape route that he had no idea about. Okay, not bad. But once she's out, she stays back and hides away while Link tries to stop the evil wizard Aghanim from unleashing darkness on Hyrule. That's not the end of her role though. She uses her telepathic abilities displayed in the opening to give Link pointers, help him through dungeons, and find important items. She's not right there with him, but her wisdom contributes just as much as if she were there, and I think that earns her a respectable comes in clutch. Despite being called The Legend of Zelda: Link's Awakening, she doesn't appear in the game whatsoever, so she gone. She steps up big time in this one. She has a vision of what Ganondorf will someday do way before anyone else suspects a thing, and gives us all the guidance we could ask for throughout the game. She also goes with Link to fight Ganon in his final form, and once he's beaten, seals him out of Hyrule with the help of the 6 other sages and restores peace to the kingdom. Just that makes this her highest ranking yet, but that's all just in her Princess Zelda form. This game also introduces her alter ego, Sheik, which makes her even more useful. This disguise allows her to avoid Ganon's pursuit and not just be sitting in a bunker the entire time. She teaches Link crucial melodies and new abilities, and gives him tips before entering temples. I think with everything considered, she earns her first elite tier for this one. But after this, she takes her longest hiatus of the series. She's not in Majora's Mask, Oracle of Ages, or Oracle of Seasons, but finally makes a return in the split cartridge title Zelda 4 Swords is kind of a bonus mode in the GBA port A Link to the Past, but it features Zelda, so I gotta count it. Here, she's demoted to a typical kidnappee that requires the help of 4 Links to rescue. That's a personal record, and an all-time great worthless tier. Zelda starts off completely unaware that she's the Princess of Hyrule, or even that her name is Zelda. Tetra is a lowly pirate captain, and is captured early in the game by some giant bird. But after being saved by Link, she's pretty useful, and helps Link save his sister from the aforementioned Birdman. Fast forward to their first encounter with Ganon, Link gets his ass whooped, and Zelda steps up and attempts to save him. It doesn't do much, but still, she tries, and after just narrowly escaping that, it's revealed to her that she is in fact the heir to the Hyrule throne, and is instructed to stay back while Link does all the adventuring. From there, she's back to her regular role of occasional guidance and yapping about the past. Until Ganon kidnaps her, Link has to save her, and the two battle Ganon side by side with the Master Sword in full power. She's sniping him from afar while Link duels him one-on-one, so she's contributing quite a bit, and overall, she's pretty darn helpful through and through, and the only thing holding this one back from another elite is the multiple kidnappings. Zelda and Link attend the Picori Festival in the beginning of this one, and have one heck of a time. So they head back to the castle, encounter this dude named Vaati, and he turns her into a statue that she's stuck as the remainder of the game. But wait a second. After you beat the final boss, she uses the wizard hat he dropped to somehow bring everything back to normal. I don't know how, and it's kind of a cop-out, but it does come in clutch, so I gotta give it to her. It should go a little lower, but restoring the entirety of Hyrule is kind of a big deal, even if it does happen in like 5 seconds. Same story as the last game. Textbook damsel in distress, talks to Link telepathically, gets rescued toward the end, and helps seal away whatever monster for good. Until the next game. Comes in clutch. In this one, she doesn't appear very often, but when she does, it's really impactful. She's the queen of backstory like usual, but about halfway through the game, Link's companion throughout the adventure named Midna is pretty much a goner. and Zelda sacrifices herself to save her. Now, it does make her irrelevant for a solid chunk of the remaining story, but that contributes a ton to Link being able to save the day, and was very helpful. And for the final fight against Ganon after she's revived, she helps Link knock Ganon off of his horse to fight him head to head. While she's not directly involved most of the time, I think this is one of her more important roles thus far in the series, so I'm gonna place her up in pretty helpful. This game takes place right after the events of Wind Waker, with Zelda being known by Tetra, and her and Link exploring the open waters together. They stumble across a ghost ship, something happens to Tetra, and she ends up locked up, so Link has to venture across the seas once again to save her. In this game, she provides minimal guidance, doesn't seal any villains away, or help Link in any manner, so she belongs down in worthless tier.
Hey, Carrots, you're gonna wake the baby. I gotta get to work.
This is important, sir. I think your $10 worth of popsicles can wait.
Doesn't seal any villains away or help Link in any manner, so she belongs down in worthless tier. Some bad guy named Chancellor Cole takes her body and leaves her a floating spirit that only Link is able to see. Now this ghost is the most OP Zelda's been to date. She follows Link throughout the entire adventure, teaming up with him to work through dungeons, fight enemies, and possess enemies, which is pretty freaking sweet. This is where that giant knight dude from Smash Bros comes from. She's an absolutely crucial part of saving the day, and Elite is 100% where she belongs. This game delves into the relationship between Zelda and Link more so than any game before it or since, and it makes it way more interesting to play through. But still, a black tornado sucks Zelda away and Link has to go rescue her. He eventually finds her, but she can't go back home with him, because apparently she's the reincarnation of the goddess Hylia, and in order to stop the main antagonist's demise, she seals herself in a crystal to hold him off while Link collects the Triforce pieces. Just like in Twilight Princess, she sacrifices herself to help the greater good, and at the end of the game is awakened and helps seal away the big bad guy once and for all, so this one's going right up there next to that game. She gets kidnapped early in this one, doesn't do much of anything throughout the game, and right before the final boss, gives Link the Bow of Light, which he needs to take down Yuga. It was looking like a worthless the entire time, but barely does anything. She gone. Most of Zelda's contributions are explained through the flashbacks, because in the gameplay and current events, she's not around. But that's because she's holding Calamity Ganon off until Link's able to fight. 100 years ago, she was trying to unlock the power within her, but ran out of time. Because Calamity reached its full form, the Divine Beast turned against her, and the Guardians were ready to finish Link off. But at the absolute last second, she jumps in front of him, and some divine power awakens from inside of her, stalls the Guardians, and allows her to get Link escorted to the Shrine of Resurrection, where he rests up for a fucking century. During that time, Zelda heads back to Hyrule Castle and the main hub of Calamity Ganon, where she uses her newfound power to keep Ganon at bay until Link's able to help her. Yeah, she's locked in fighting this thing for 100 years, while Link sleeps and makes yummy foods. While she's not directly helping Link in gameplay, she's contributing debatably more than he is, because without her, Calamity just take over everything, and the game could not happen, so she's gotta go Elite here. The game opens with her and Link exploring some underground ruins, where they find Ganon in a defeated state. But the moment they see him, the arm holding him down falls to the ground and reawakens the beast, who smashes the Master Sword and sends Zelda way the hell down there, and apparently back in time. There, she fixes up the Master Sword, turns into a dragon, so she can stay alive and meet back up with Link in current times. I don't know, it's weird, but in dragon form, she plays a critical role as Link's rideable companion and is vital to helping him kill Ganon for good. Again. Echoes of Wisdom isn't out yet, but come September 26th, if a single person clicks on this video and sees I didn't mention the game, I'm gonna get harassed. So yes, she's the main playable character and seems like a pretty darn easy Elite. And there you have it. Real quick, if you take your Nintendo Switch on the go a lot and wish it was easier to lug around, you gotta ditch that clunky old dock. It's bulky, flimsy, and really doesn't have a good reason to be. And Accelerate Gaming's portable dock is the solution you've been waiting for. It cuts the unnecessary plastic of Nintendo's and gives you a sleek, durable, and very portable alternative. And it's only 20 bucks, so if you want to enhance your Switch setup and support this channel, go grab one now and use code JeremyK to get an additional 10% off your order. There's a very limited amount of uses on that, so redeem it while you can. And if you disagree with me on any of the rankings in this video, leave your takes down in the comments.
Alright, push